All right. Well, listen, given the recent high-profile municipal bankruptcies have been garnering, does the nearly $4 trillion muni bond market need greater transparency for investors? Well, that's what the SEC is calling for. And my next guest, and Tracy's next guest, agrees. Joining us, Peter Kaufman, Gordian Group President. Peter, do you think there's a lot of opaqueness in the muni bond market, and you would agree with the SEC? In what areas do we need to have more transparency?
Well, it's very interesting. I've been saying for a while, including with you in the past year or two, that historically municipal bondholders have never been compromised in municipality issuances. There have been very few Chapter 9s, which is the municipal version of Chapter 11. Right. And when they have happened, the municipalities have compromised their public unions, the pensions, the collective bargaining agreements, firefighters, teachers, policemen, but they've left the bondholders intact. And I've been asking, when does that end? How politically does it happen that you don't also ask similarly situated from a capital structure perspective bondholders to have an equitable sharing of the pain? And apparently the SEC agrees, because they're now saying, wait a minute, whereas it didn't used to matter that there was no real disclosure about municipalities' finances and prospects. Now I think the SEC is concerned, and I think justifiably so, about bondholders getting compromised.
But when you read a prospectus on a muni bond, you know where your place is on the food chain. If my place is below the unions, why in God's name would I buy that bond?
I don't know who reads prospectuses, but
if you're investing in them, you should be, because you're saying there's no transparency. There's transparency when you pick up a prospectus and read it.
The municipalities have an exemption from the SEC requirements, and actually bondholders and collective bargaining agreements and pensions, they're all on the same level, unless you've got if you're a general obligation bond, it's all at the same level. And I think all the SEC is saying is, you better start beware, because some of these things may come to pass.
So you're saying that the municipalities are not releasing the information that they should be?
I'm simply observing that suddenly Vallejo, first time ever, the bonds got compromised. They got compromised by 50%, and I think the SEC is tumbling the fact this may happen more often. Now, Rhode Island last year passed a law saying we're exempting bonds from Chapter 9 machinations, so we're always going to keep our bondholders pristine.
But again, the costs will go up. I would never buy a bond if I knew the unions, who inevitably brought the municipality down in the first place, got paid first. You wouldn't. You would see the costs go up, and the municipality couldn't afford that. And that's the bottom line on that, right? Because why would you do that?
They're going to get the money they need.
Right. Look, let's talk about American Airlines before we only have 30 seconds
I want to get into this. Your group was part of the latest contract negotiation.
We advised the Transport Workers Union, America's largest union, and the TW has strong leadership who has created options and optionality in this very sad story. There's nothing happy about this. No. But the union voted to accept a compromise rather than what the other two unions do, and we wish them well, to leave it to the judge to decide, do they get everything or nothing.
Association.
Everything or nothing, that's not a great thing. And we've got optionality because we're all about saving jobs and creating options for our members, and so we're supportive of American to the extent that we like their plan of reorganization, but we're also open and available to see if a merger option will provide more jobs for our members. So it's for the TW, it's it's a great result in a bad situation.
Okay, very good, Peter Kaufman.
It's continuing.
Great stuff.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much. We should mention, by the way,